From center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass. This is Lexington Blue Sox baseball on Local Sports Productions. Tonight, it's the Lexington Blue Sox with a record of 6-3-1, hosting the Andre Chiefs with a record of 6-2. Good evening, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring you the play-by-play story as the Blue Sox and Chiefs meet for the second time this season. The Chiefs took the first meeting of the season back on Monday, June 19th. That was at Maple, and it was a 7-3 decision. A 6-run fifth inning ended up being the difference for the Chiefs, and that was against Bill Christopher after Drew Leanhouse and Chris Law pitched the first four. Tonight, the Blue Sox will send Ryan Filipowicz out to the mound, and there was a last-minute change for the starting pitcher for the Chiefs. It was originally going to be Josh Desai, but instead it will be Joe Saya, and we'll give you their numbers in a little bit. But first, the starting lineups. First for the visiting Andre Chiefs, who are in new black uniforms this year. They've had black uniforms with red and gold numbers and letters before, but they have a more simpler look with Chiefs across the front in red script and white numbers on the front and back. Tony Serino is going to lead it off in center field, followed by Mike Decato in right. Matt Nuzzo is at short. Johnny Welch is at third. Pete Copa is at first. Mike Andre is the DH. Mike Barbady is at second. Shane Stand is behind the plate. And rounding out the lineup in left field is Mike Burgoyne. On the mound, as mentioned, Joe Saya, who's making his third appearance of the season and first start. He's gone 3 2/3 innings in 2 appearances, allowed 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. He last pitched 3 nights ago against Wakefield and went 2 innings of hitless, scoreless ball and struck out 2. For the Blue Sox, who will be in their camo uniforms tonight, it'll be Jeff Costello leading it off in right field, followed by Thomas Russo at third. Ross Curley is at short. Julian Alvarez is in left. Taylor Ferguson is in center. Sam Goodwin-Boyd is at first. Justin Silvestro is at second. Josue Feliciano is the DH, and John Puttress rounds out the lineup behind the plate. On the mound for the Blue Sox will be Ryan Filipowicz. And Flip making his 4th appearance of the season, 1-0 with 1 save in 10 innings. He's allowed 8 hits, 2 runs, both of which are earned, walked 2, and struck out 9. Good to see Drew Brzezowski and Aiden Freeberg at the park tonight. Drew pitched yesterday to start the game, and Aiden here to get some work in the bullpen. Chuck Andre and Rick DeAngelis, the 2 best of friends, going over the ground rules right now with the umpires. And as you see, the Blue Sox huddling up, ready to take the field. Well, there have been threatening clouds for much of the afternoon and evening. As you can see, it's a bit of a purple sky out there beyond left field. And there are thunderstorms in the forecast after 11 o'clock tonight. But we'll see if that comes to fruition during the game tonight. I would hope not, as this is the last game before the traditional 4th of July break for the Blue Sox. Take a look at the National Weather Service radar while we have a chance, and right now the forecast just calls for mostly cloudy weather tonight. So that's a relief. Some big news for one of the Blue Sox today. Derlin Tejeda became an American citizen today, so congratulations to Derlin. My brother-in-law actually became an American citizen last month. I don't know if he had the same woman judge who presided over the ceremony as my as my brother-in-law's ceremony, but she gave a great speech about the importance of like civic duty such as voting and jury duty, and now that he's an American citizen, and she told a story about how she was presiding over a case, and there was this woman on the jury who approached her after the case and said, 3 years ago, you anointed me an American citizen, and you stressed the importance of jury duty as an American citizen, and she wanted to thank her for that, and that was a really nice story to hear. Once again, another late start here at center field, scheduled to start at 8. We got started at 8:10 last night, and it looks like we'll be a little later than that tonight. So we're going to take a timeout, and we'll be back with the first pitch from center field. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on Local Sports Productions. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. So as Ryan Filipowicz fires his last warm-up pitch and John Puttress fires the ball to second base, we are just about ready for some baseball. It'll be the speedster Tony Serino to lead things off for the Chiefs here in the top of the first. Serino leading the ICL in hitting at .476, and the first pitch at 8:12 is low for ball one. We're underway. This is popped up to the left into foul ground. Russo chasing, and he makes the backhanded catch for the out. The wind blew that a little bit, and that could have landed in fair territory for a base hit. But Serino's kept off the bases, and that'll be out number one. Serino entering play, 10 hits in 21 at-bats, 2 doubles. First pitch to Mike Decato is fouled off for strike one.
Did you give him the lineup?
Swing and a miss and an off-speed pitch to Decato, and it's 0-2. A little confusion about where the lineups are for the managers there. Sorry, folks. The 0-2 from Flip. Slider down and away, and it's 1-2. Decato batting .273. 3 hits and 11 at-bats. All 3 hits are singles, 2 RBIs. And he swings and misses at that one for out number 2. So I'll bring up Matt Nuzzo to try and prolong the inning. Nuzzo has only played in 4 games this year and has batted .250 with 1 homer and 5 RBIs. He takes below the knees for ball 1. And this is a broken bat looper caught by the second baseman Silvestro for the out that retires the side. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Filippo. It's always good against a vaunted offense like the Chiefs. After half an inning, Chiefs nothing, Blue Sox coming up. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. So Jeff Costello will lead things off here in the bottom of the first for the Blue Sox, to be followed by Thomas Russo and Ross Curley. Costello had a big game last night with 2 triples, including the game-tying 2-run triple with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. And he takes strike 1 at the knees from Josiah. Seiya with the slow windup and the pitch. Down and in, ball 1. Some big Chiefs news from last night's game against Somerville. Jared Frenny became the Chiefs' all-time franchise leader in strikeouts with a 16K performance against Somerville. That's on the outside edge for strike 2. Blue Sox fortunate not to face Frenny on that night. The 1-2. Looper into right center field. Outfielders converging, and it will be caught by the center fielder Sereno for out number 1. That'll bring up Thomas Russo, the third baseman, after an explosive day at the plate. Sunday was quiet last night. Lefty against lefty, and that's on the outside corner for strike one. That looked up and away from here, but it's 0-1. Russo batting .529 with 2 RBIs. And that's grounded, and it's knocked down by the pitcher, Seiya. It recovers, throws to first in time. Great recovery by Seiya, and there are 2 down. So Seiya looking for a quick 1-2-3 inning of his own. We'll deal with Ross Curley. Entering play bank .231 with 1 RBI. I should note that these stats do not reflect last night's game. These stats I'm reading to you right now, they've not been updated on the website. So the pitch to Ross is grounded to the right side and through for a base hit. Ross going the opposite way. How about that? On the first pitch, no less. So that'll bring up Julian Alvarez. Alvarez at .261 with 4 RBIs. And a fake to first, and a throw to first now, and back standing is Ross. Ross has 3 stolen bases, which is second on the Blue Sox, behind only Jeff Costello. That's in the dirt, and it's 1-0 to Jules. Ross's career high for stolen bases in a season is 6. That was set in 2011 when the Blue Sox set all kinds of offensive records for the club. The pitch. At the knees. Look below the knees again, but it's 1-1. Seiya comes set, the pitch. That's low, and it's fouled away for strike 2. Finally got a mosquito. Mosquitoes haven't been as big a problem this year as they have in years past. But then again, that's usually like at the end of July, beginning of August. So 1-2 the count. And the pitch. Up and away, 2-2. Seiya took a couple steps towards the third base dugout, thinking that was strike 3. But Alvarez still up there. And the pitch. Good breaking ball, and Alvarez lucky to make contact there. Staying alive. Curley still on first after the 2-out base hit going the opposite way. So much for the shift that Watertown. We're going to change the battery on the camera a little bit, folks. All right. And that's fouled off. Alvarez awaiting the 7th pitch of the at-bat. And here it is. Swing and a miss. Actually, foul tipped it in the mitt, and that will do it for the bottom of the first. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left. After 1 complete, Blue Sox nothing, Chiefs nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $50 per game. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. So here we go to the top of the second with the powerful former ICL MVP Johnny Welch leading things off. And he takes strike one. Welch did not play much last year, and the pitch is low, ball one to even the count. Welch actually did not play at all last year after a remarkable 2014. He fouls that one off to make it 1-2. In 2014, Welch won the ICL MVP with 8 homers and 32 RBIs, had an OPS of 1357, as that's low for ball 2. In 2015, he had 2 homers and 10 RBIs and hit 405. That was only in 15 games. This year he's played in 5 games and is hitting 188. Its foul remains 2-2. Flip just needed 8 pitches to get through the top of the first. And this is line to short on a couple of hops. Curley has it, sets, fires to first. In time, 1 down, and there's a big threat off the bases there. One down, that brings up another offensive threat. There's no shortage of those here for the Andre Chiefs and Pete Copa. Copa batting .364, second on the team in that category with 5 RBIs. All 8 of his hits are singles. And that is taken on the inside corner at the knees for strike 1. Copa is in his 9th year with the Chiefs. Last year hit .232 with 1 homer at 18 RBIs. That's outside 1-1. That's at the knees, strike 2. Third baseman Russo guarding the line. And the pitch. Jams him inside, and it's 2-2. This is grounded to short. Curley has it again. Bobbles, resets, fires to first. Great recovery by Ross. And there are 2 down. So that'll bring up Mike Andre, the DH. And he swings and misses at a pitch away for strike 1. And this is popped up into shallow left as Andre's banked .333 this year. Will fly out to the left fielder, Alvarez, for the out that retires aside. So another 1-2-3 inning for Flip. And after 1.5, it is still the Blue Sox nothing and the Chiefs nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow Local Sports Productions on the web at www.localsportsproductions.com, facebook.com/localsportsproductions, and on Twitter at LSP37. And be sure to subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. So here we go to the bottom of the second with 5, 6, and 7 due up. Taylor Ferguson, Sam Goodwin-Boyd, and Justin Silvestro. Josiah needed 14 pitches to get through the first inning, half of which were thrown to Julian Alvarez. Lefty against righty, and the pitch is on the inside corner for strike one. Ferguson batting .286 with 1 homer and 3 RBIs. Takes on the inside corner, strike two. Upstairs with the fastball, 1-2. And this is looped foul to the right and out of play. Third baseman Welch and the shortstop Nuzzo swung pretty well to the left there against the right-hander. Ferguson misses inside. The Chiefs bench thought that was strike three, and I don't blame him for thinking that, given the location of the first two strikes. But it is 2-2. I don't know how that just happened with the ball indicator. I apologize, folks. So that will be strike three. One second. I'm just going to fix that real quick. Yeah, that's pretty funny, I know. What the? Huh? Okay, that's really awkward. So we're not going to show ball two. Okay. One out, and here's Sam Goodwin-Boyd. And he foul tips that one into the mitt for strike one. That's really embarrassing. I don't know how that happened. Goodwin-Boyd had an RBI double last night, and he takes downstairs ball one. That's swung on and missed. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. 3 straight strikeouts now for Saya, and that's out number 2. Lead up to the Silvestro, the lefty, against the lefty Saya to try and prolong the inning. Stroh pinch hit last night. And he takes inside for ball one. Two 2-0 now. We're going to fix the ball two indicator in just a second, folks. That's on the outside corner, and it's 2-1. That's fouled off, and I'll make it 2-2. Just going to do one quick test of the scoreboard. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Everything is fine. Nothing is ruined. 2-2 to Stroh with Josue Feliciano on deck. And the pitch fouled off into the screen. Did that get wedged in the screen? All right. Heard it ricochet, and I didn't see it come down, so... And the pitch, just barely getting a piece of that with Silvestro. He'll see a 7th pitch. So if nothing else, 3 of the last 4 batters have made Seiya work a little bit here. Alvarez had a 7th pitch at bat. Ferguson 6. Silvestro waiting on his 7th pitch. And he lines this one to left field for a base hit. And that's exactly what you get when you work the count. So another 2-out single for the Blue Sox. And that'll bring up Josue Feliciano. Feliciano batting .167 with 1 RBI. He's the DH tonight. A little bit of an open stance there by Sway, and he fouls that one off. Watch your lips over the Chiefs side bleachers, 0-1. Misses inside. That jackknifed Sway a little bit, and he hunched over there too. 1-1. Thinks about bunting, and the pitch gets away from the catcher's stand and up to second. And I think that's going to be a passed ball on stand. Runner in scoring position, 2 out, and Sway fouls that one off. And it'll be 2-2. So let's see if Sway can do some 2-strike hitting here like Silvestro before him. And spinning back towards second is Seiya. Now he comes set. And the pitch. Grounded to third. Slow roller, and Welch boots it. I think that'll be an infield single for Sway. And John Putras with a chance to drive in a run. Putty is 0 for 11 with a run scored and an RBI this season. I'm going to get his first hit here. It will be a big one as he chops this one to the third baseman. Welch, he fires onto first in time, and the side is retired. So, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. After 2 complete, it is the Blue Sox nothing and the Chiefs nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at www.lexingtonbluesox.com, facebook.com/Lexington Blue Sox, and on Twitter and Instagram at BlueSox_ICL. Top of the third here from center field, as it'll be the bottom third of the order due up for the Chiefs. And that is strike one to Mike Barbady, the second baseman. And Barbady fouls that one into the screen. 0-2 now. Chop to third. Russo fields it. Double clutches, fires to first in time. So a couple of tough plays here by third baseman. And that'll bring up Shane Stan, the catcher. And Stan takes strike one. Next offering, down and in, and it's 1-1. Up and in, nearly takes his head off, and it's 2-1. Next offering. Towering pop-up into left field. Curley coming out. Alvarez coming in, and Alvarez can't make the play. So Stan reaches on the E7, first base runner of the game for the Chiefs, after the first 7 were retired. That'll bring up Mike Burgoyne. And he grounds this one right back to the pitcher. Fires to the shortstop for one. On to first. Double play. That's how you pick him up. So Flip has faced the minimum through 3. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 man left after 2.5. Still Blue Sox nothing, Chiefs nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Coverage of Blue Sox baseball on LSP continues next Wednesday, July 5th at 7:55 p.m. when the Blue Sox host the Arlington Trojans. Listen or watch live at localsportsproductions.com/live. Then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on YouTube. So here we go to the bottom of the third as the lineup turns over for the Blue Sox with Jeff Costello, who led off the bottom of the first with a fly out to center. And the first pitch to him from Seiya is fouled off. I don't know if he even made contact with that, and that's strike one. Joe Seiya, who got the nod after the original starter, Desai, suffered soreness during his warm-ups. Misses for ball one. Seiya winds in, delivers, and he reaches for that one and fouls it towards Harold Crum Field for strike number two. Costello, then Russo, and Curley. The top third of the order due up here in the bottom of the third. And the pitch, grounded to the left side, and it's knocked down by Welch, but it gets a little bit by him, and that'll be a leadoff single for Costello. You here to do the scoreboard for me, Dorian? I was teaching Rob DeFranco how to do it last night. Here's the pitch to Thomas Russo, and that misses for ball one. Very good. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error, 3 men left for the Blue Sox. Zeros across the board for the Chiefs. Russo gets a bunt out. It's a good one to third. Welch barehands it, fires to first. The sacrifice is successful. And Costello taking a while to get back to the second base bag, but so it's a 5-3 sacrifice. 1 out, runner in scoring position for Ross Curley. Ross lined a base hit the other way on the first pitch he saw in the first. "43 pitches through 2 1/3 innings for Seiya, and that is ball one. Good speed at second in Costello, and the pitch grounded to the left side. That'll freeze the runner. Welch again having an adventure, and nobody is going to be out. Everybody's safe. So that'll be an E5. It has been an adventure at third base tonight for Johnny Welch. And here is Julian Alvarez. First error of the game on the Chiefs. And the pitch. Pitch, breaking ball, drops in at the high upper corner of the high outside corner of the strike zone, 0-1. That could have been a pitch Jules could have drove. Costello at third, Curley at first. Single, sacrifice, and error this inning. The pitch, going for Bedford with that one, and it's 0-2. Jules was behind. No, excuse me, looking at the wrong batter. That was Ferguson. That was behind 0-2 to begin the second. The pitch to the shortstop, and a tricky hop. It gets past Nuzzo. Costello will score, and it's 1-0. That'll be a base hit for Jules, and an RBI for him. That is Jules' 5th RBI of the season. That was a hot smash, and Nuzzo really had to play self-defense on. So that'll bring up Taylor Ferguson, and he chops this one up the middle. Shortstop has it, flipped to second for 1, and he'll just eat the throw. So first and third, now 2 out. As Ferguson reaches on the fielder's choice, Alvarez is retired 6-4. And I'll bring up Sam Goodwin-Boyd. Struck out swinging his first time up in the second. Runner goes from first, and no throw at all from Stan. It's a stolen base for Ferguson. And this is chopped to third. This is no guarantee of a play. Nuzzo has it, fires to first. In time, and the side is retired. I think Goodwin-Boyd tried to hop onto first base there, a little elevation there, and if he had stayed to the ground, he might have beaten that out. But the side is retired. The Blue Sox get 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and leave 2 runners. After 3 complete, Blue Sox 1, Chiefs nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Top of the 4th, and the top third of the order due up for the Chiefs as they have had 1 base runner, and that was on an error by the left fielder Julian Alvarez last inning, who was quickly retired as part of a 1-6-3 double play. First pitch to Tony Serino, looks to bunt his way on, and he offered at it for strike 1. Serino popped up to third on the second pitch of the game. That was just now Flip's 30th pitch. This is lined into left field. Back goes Alvarez, and he reaches up to make the catch. So Alvarez redeems himself after the error, but really he didn't have to do much redeeming after the double play, I guess. Wiped out that error. So 1 down, and that'll bring up Mike Decato, struck out swinging for the first out. For the second out of the first, rather. And here's the pitch to Decato. And is lined, picked up, and no, it's through Russo for a base hit. I think that's going to be an E5, so... we'll see if Flip can erase this error with a double play as well. Matt Nuzzo at the plate, popped up to second to end the first. Lines this one down the left field line. That is a fair ball. It's going to go all the way to the corner. On his way to third is Decato, and he will be held there. It's a double for Matt Nuzzo. So both teams being a little more aggressive in the count here, as the Blue Sox were first or second pitch hacking much of last half inning, and now first pitch swinging the last two batters. And here's the powerful Johnny Welch, who takes inside for ball one. Welch grounded out to short to lead off the second. He lines this one down the left field line, but foul for strike one. Infield not playing in here. The pitch, down and away, good block by Putty, and it's 2-1. Decatur reaching on an error. Nuzzo doubling him over to third. Two runners in scoring position. One out. The pitch misses inside. 3-1. Loading the bases for Pete Copa would set up the double play, but also put the bat in the hands of a very dangerous hitter, as that's fouled off the face of the Blue Sox dugout, and it's a full count. So now we'll see if Flip will try and go for the strikeout here. Chiefs trying to make Flip work a little bit. Like I said, only just reached the 30 pitch mark. Popped up, foul ground, but that's going to get out. Full count, one out. Top of the fourth, go ahead run at second for the Chiefs. The pitch, popped up into shallow left. Curley calling for it, makes the catch. And no advance by the runners, two down. That's as good as you can ask for if you're Ryan Filipowicz. So it'll be up to Pete Copa to try and bring a run home. Grounded out to short his first time up. Still second and thirds, now two out. And that misses for ball one. Infield playing back here. And the pitch. In the dirt, gets away from Putris. Runner coming home, the throw! And it gets away from the pitcher, Filipowicz. And a wild pitch is going to tie this game. If Putris had made an accurate throw, that would have retired Decato, but as it stands, go ahead run at third with a hitter's count. Inside, 3-0. Filipowicz with the full windup and the pitch. Down and in, ball four. And that's going to bring Matt Karras out to the mound for a conference. So that's an unearned run charged to Filipowicz. So Mike Andre with two runners on. Mike flied out to left his first time up to end the second, and that will be fouled onto Worthen Road. We have an official broadcast. Next offering. Fired in there for strike 2, 0-2. Flip trying to limit the damage here. An error, a double, a walk, and a wild pitch have brought home 1 run for the Chiefs. Laced to the right, foul, and out of play. Chop foul at the dish, remains 0-2. Mike Andre has been with his father's team since 2006 as a career .288 hitter with 162 RBIs. A little waste pitch there, and it's 1-2. Andre's career high in RBIs was 22 in 2011. Towering pop-up into foul ground. Goodwin Boyd camping under it, and he can't make the play. This wind has been a factor on some of these pop-ups. It's not, that little breeze came in just as Goodwin Boyd was trying to make the play. Still 1-2, 7th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. Flip looks at first, comes set, and the pitch, an excuse me swing fouled into the screen. Flip has thrown 21 pitches this inning, which is as many as he threw in the last 2 innings combined. In the dirt, 2-2. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt, strike 3, and that will end the inning. The Chiefs get 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and leave 2. After 3.5, we're halfway home. It is the Blue Sox 1 and the Chiefs 1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want local sports productions to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start at just $50 per game. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Justin Silvestro to lead things off for the Blue Sox here in the bottom of the fourth as they look to reclaim the lead after giving it up on an unearned run on a wild pitch. Here in the top half of this inning, Stroh, Feliciano, and Puttress. And the pitch is a breaking ball in the outside corner for strike one. Stroh singled and was stranded at third last inning. Last time up, rather, as that runs too far inside for ball one. Breaking ball drops in there for a strike two. Oh. Seiya winds and delivers, and he reaches for that one and fouls it onto Worthen Road. And it sounded like it took a chunk out of a car. Seiya rather faced through 13 pitches last inning, but that was to 6 batters. Just misses outside, 2-2. Stroh, and then Feliciano and Puttress. Grounder, that hits off the third base bag. That'll be a base hit. Stroh's going to take the turn at first. He's going to keep going to second. The throw is not in time. It's a one of the shallowest doubles you will ever see. So we'll see if the bunt will be on here for Sway. Stroh was a doubles machine last year. He does square, gets it down the first base line, but it trickles foul for strike one. That's the 6th hit of the game for the Blue Sox, but they only have 1 run to show for it, and they've left 5 through the first 3 innings. Sway squares, gets it down the third base line, and Welch will field it in foul territory to make it 0-2. So the bunt is off, and Sway will be forced to hit. Sway with the open stance. And the pitch. Grounded to the left side. This might be a tough play. Welch has it, fires on to first. Low throw, but after Welch fields it, Silvestro advances to third, so it gets the job done, I guess. 1 down. And we're going to have time called by Chuck Andre. Andre will have a word with Joe Seiya and the rest of the Chiefs infield. And just as the home plate umpire was ready to step up and break up the conversation, it's broken up on its own. So 1 out, runner on third for John Puttress. The infield will be in here, it looks like. Putty grounded out to third to end the second. And he fouls that one off for strike one. Third baseman Welch is way in on the grass. And the pitch. You look at a squeeze. He gets it down. It's a beautiful one. Fielded by the pitcher. It's an RBI squeeze for John Puttress, and the Blue Sox reclaim the lead at 2-1. So the lineup turns over with the bases empty for Jeff Costello. And Costello takes inside ball one. And Costello pops this one up into shallow center. And did he make the play? No, did he? I guess the infield umpire said he did. It looked like he dropped it at the last minute, but Costello is retired, but the Blue Sox reclaim the lead on 1 run, 1 hit, and leave nobody after 4 complete. Blue Sox 2, Chiefs 1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow Local Sports Productions on the web at www.localsportsproductions.com, facebook.com/localsportsproductions, and on Twitter at LSP37. And be sure to click the subscribe button on the LSP YouTube channel. Top of the 5th, bottom 3rd of the order due up for the Chiefs with Mike Barbady, Shane Stand, and Mike Burgoyne due up. 22 pitches last inning for Filipowicz. That was by far the most he's thrown in an inning thus far. And the first pitch is looped into right field, and that will be caught on the run by Costello for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Back to first pitch swinging for the Chiefs, I guess. And here's Shane Stand, the catcher. Stand was the first base runner for the Chiefs when he reached on an error by Alvarez in the 3rd, and he takes inside ball 1. And that's fouled off for strike 1. About to throw number 55. His pitch number 55 is Filipowicz. That's popped up into foul ground. Sam Goodwin Boyd makes the catch, 2 down. Joe Silvestro helping me out with the stadium scoreboard tonight, and I'm very grateful for that. Makes my job a lot easier. Don't have to do as much multitasking. Here's Mike Burgoyne, who grounded into a 1-6-3 double play on the first pitch of his at-bat to end the 3rd. He takes ball 1. And that's fired on the outside corner for strike 1. Blue Sox would like some separation here. They've had plenty of chances. Check swing, but that's in there for strike 2 anyway. 1-2. One run, just one hit for the Chiefs thus far. 1 error and 2 men left. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Ryan Filipowicz not phased after giving up that run last inning as the Blue Sox give him the lead back. He throws another 1-2-3 inning. After 4.5, it is the Blue Sox 2 and the Chiefs 1. This is Blue Sox baseball in LSP. You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at www.lexingtonbluesox.com, facebook.com/Lexington Blue Sox, and on Twitter and Instagram at BlueSox_ICL. Yep. Thomas Russo to lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th as the Blue Sox look for some separation. They've left 5 men on base. They have 6 hits and only 2 runs to show for it. And that is on the outside corner to Russo, strike 1. Russo is 0 for 1. He's grounded out to the pitcher and laid down a sacrifice. That's in the dirt, 1-1. And Russo fouls that one not quite to Worthen Road, and it's 1-2. Russo, Curley, and Alvarez due up here in the bottom of the 5th. And this is grounded to the right side, fielded by the second baseman, Barbady. Fires to first, nearly throws it wide of Copa, but gets the out anyway, 1 down. So that'll bring up Ross Curley, who is 1 for 2, singled in the first, and reached on an error in the third. The pitch, breaking ball drops in there for strike 1. Saya still out there, and the pitch is popped foul and is going towards the Chiefs bullpen, but over it, and it's 0-2. Next offering, breaking ball down and away, and it's 1-2. And Ross grounds this one to short, gobbled up by Nuzzo. High throw, and coming back down to make the tag on Ross is Copa for out number 2. So that'll bring up Julian Alvarez, who is 1 for 2 with an RBI single. And he chops this one to the left side, fielded cleanly by Welch. Fires on to first in time at a much-needed quick 1-2-3 inning for Josiah. After 5 complete, still Blue Sox 2, Chiefs 1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP.
This needs to be just a little higher.
Coverage of Blue Sox baseball on LSP continues next Wednesday, July 5th, I should say, at 7:55 p.m. when the Blue Sox host the Arlington Trojans. Watch or listen live at localsportsproductions.com/live. Then download or stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on YouTube. So here we go to the top of the 6th as the lineup turns over for the Chiefs. Tony Serino, 0 for 2 with a pop-up to third and a fly-out to left. Filipowicz still out there. And the pitch is down and in for ball 1. Sereno's got wheels. We'll see if he might lay one down here. He chops this one. It deflects off of Filipowicz's glove, and this is going to be an infield single. Well, something as innocent as that could start a rally. And we could see Decato maybe lay one down here. Throw over to first, close play. Almost had him. No one warming just yet behind Flip. Tying run at first. Go ahead, run at the plate for the Chiefs. And that's fouled into the screen for strike 1. Decato scored what is thus far the Chiefs' only run back in the 4th when he reached on an error by the third baseman Russo, then eventually came around to score on a wild pitch. Runner goes, the pitch is swung on, and a broken back grounder right back to the pitcher. Low throw, but Goodwin Boyd scoops it up. So it's as good as a sacrifice. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Here's Matt Nuzzo, who is 1 for 2 with a pop-up to second and a double. Sereno's single was only the second hit thus far for the Chiefs, as that's on the outside corner for strike 1. Next offering, down and away, 1-1. Little looper to the right side, scooped up, not a catch, but Goodwin Boyd steps on the bag, and that will be an out, and Sereno holds at second. So 2 down for a dangerous hitter indeed in Johnny Welch. Welch is 0 for 2, grounded out to short and popped up to short. Infield playing back, and the pitch downstairs for ball 1. Runner in scoring position, the tying run scoring position, and the pitch in there for strike 1 to even the count. Blue Sox would love, if they can get out of this inning unscathed, they would love some insurance, and they will have 5, 6, and 7 due up in the bottom of the 6th, then Ferguson, Goodwin, Boyd, and Silvestro. The 1-1 pitch, foul tipped into Putty's mitt, and it's 1-2. Third baseman Russo back and guarding the line. And the pitch. Try to tempt him with 1 down and away. He wouldn't go for it, and it's 2-2. Sereno at second after the single and the accidental sacrifice. And that's popped up. Remains 2-2. There's now a little bit of action warming for the Blue Sox. And now Flip will step off the rubber. Two and two, 2 out, runner at second. The pitch misses just inside, full count. Pete Copa on deck. Payoff pitch, here it is. Little broken bat as the barrel goes to the Blue Sox dugout. Curly Fields fires onto first in time. Great play by Ross, and the side is retired. So Ross has been the one to retire Welch all 3 times he's been up to bat. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It is still the Blue Sox 2 and the Chiefs 1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. New pitcher for the Andre Chiefs is Anthony Sullivan, making his first appearance of the 2017 campaign. And Sullivan, last year for the Chiefs, in 5 appearances, went 1-0 with 2 saves. In 4 2/3 innings, he allowed 4 hits, no runs at all, walked 4, and struck out 7. And he will be tasked with facing the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, Taylor Ferguson, Sam Goodwin-Boyd, and Justin Silvestro. And the first pitch is swung on and missed at a pitch at his eyes. For strike 1. Taylor is 0 for 2, reached on fielder's choice and stole a base. That pops off the mitt of Stand, and it's 1-1. That closes the book on Joe Saya. He is on the hook for the loss unless the Chiefs can come back in the top of the 7th, as that's on the inside corner for strike 2. Intermittent breeze all night tonight, as this is laced into center field. Back goes Sereno to the track, to the wall. It is off the base of the wall. Ferguson is on his way to second. He will hold there with a double. So is this the hit that gets the Blue Sox to really click offensively? They obviously they have the lead, but have not really strung much together. 2-1 our score. Bottom of the 6th, here's Sam Goodwin-Boyd, 0 for 2 with a strikeout swinging and a ground out to short. And the pitch, outside for ball 1. Sullivan looks at second and comes home with it. And a swing and a miss, and Goodwin-Boyd loses his bat in the process. 1-1. Second baseman Barbady pinching the bag. That is on the outside corner for strike 2. Justin Silvestro on deck. We'll give you the line on Saya in a little bit. And a swing and a miss at a pitch up and away, and that is out number 1. Goodwin-Boyd down on strikes for the second time. And Chuck Andre is going to come out to the mound, and it looks like we may have a pitching change. Two lefties in a row in Silvestro and now Dan Graham in the on-deck circle. Tim Dunphy has been warming, and they're going to stick with Sullivan. So here's Justin Silvestro, 1 for 2 with a single and a double and a run scored. His score was right now the go-ahead run for the Blue Sox. And he loops this one into right center field, and this will be caught on the run by it'll drop by the right fielder Decato, and everybody's safe. So an E9, that's the third error on the Chiefs tonight. And here's Dan Graham to pinch hit for Josue Feliciano. Still no sign of Dunphy, and the pitch taken for a strike. 0-1. Next offering, in the dirt, good stop by Stand, and it's 1-1. First and third, one out. Big insurance runs on the bases here for the Blue Sox. Strike called, and it's 1-2. With John Puttress on deck. The line on Joe Saya, 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, one of which was earned, no walks, 3 strikeouts, as that is way high. 2-2. See if Silvestro runs to stay out of the double play if it gets to 3-2, which it does. Ball 3. 22 batters face, 72 pitches, 54 strikes for Saya. And a swing and a miss. And Graham is retired. So big opportunity goes by the wayside there. And it'll be up to John Puttress to try and bring in at least one here. Putty 0 for 1 with a squeeze to drive in the go-ahead run back in the 4th. Took ball 1 there, 1-0. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Good breaking ball there, and it's 1-1. Well, the squeeze isn't going to do the job here. He's got to get one into the. He's got to get one through the infield here. 1-1. Sullivan delivers, fouled off. 1-2. Blue Sox have left 5 men tonight. Ferguson at third, Silvestro at first, 1-2 the count, 2 out, bottom of the 6th. And the pitch, upstairs, 2-2. Sullivan wanted to stay in against the 2 lefties. He got them both. Silvestro reached, but Graham struck out. Didn't allow a run to score. So that's ball 3. So now, the battery is low. We'll get that fixed in just a second, folks. Sorry. And the payoff pitch, Silvestro will be running. There he goes, and it's grounded down the first baseline and foul. So Silvestro will be off again. And the pitch is in the dirt, ball 4. So the bases are loaded, 2 out, and the lineup turns over for Jeff Costello, who had a couple of big hits last night, including the game-tying 2-run triple in the 6th. Does he have another big hit in the 6th in him tonight? The pitch, he grounds this one to the right side, and Copa backhands it, steps on first in time, and the side is retired. So we go to the top of the 7th. It's closing time for the Blue Sox. It is the Blue Sox 2 and the Chiefs 1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start at just $50 per game. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. So here we go, the top of the 7th. Pete Copa to lead things off against the new Blue Sox pitcher, Jeff Blout. And some other changes for the Blue Sox. We'll relay them to you in a second. And the pitch to Copa is up and away, ball 1. Dorian Rojas has taken over at first for Sam Goodwin-Boyd. And Chris Ruaco has taken over at second for Justin Silvestro. That's on the outside corner for strike 1. Copa, Andre, and Barbady due up here in the top of the 7th. Blout fires in strike 2 to make it 1-2. Copa has grounded out to short and walked tonight. The pitch, breaking ball, laced into left field. Back goes Alvarez, and it is off the base of the wall. Alvarez fields it. He will fire it into short, and it's a leadoff double for Pete Copa. Actually, it's just been informed it's Aaron Barboza in left field, not Alvarez. So the tying run in scoring position for the Chiefs to lead off the inning. Here's Mike Andre. Infield comes in, he squares, pulls back, and it's ball 1. Mike has flown out to left and struck out swinging. And spinning back towards second, they throw it. He's not in time. He is safe. Oh, that was a very close play. That would have been a huge out there. Blout looks at second. Now we'll bluff to second. And Copa gets back. The pitch, and he went around at a pitch at his eyes. 1-1. Wanted to hold off, but unsuccessfully so. One and one to Andre. And the pitch, fouled into the screen, strike two. Blout looking back and forth, comes home with it, down and in. 2-2. With Mike Barbaty on deck. Give the line on Ryan Filipowicz in just a second. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. Well, they didn't get the pickoff, but they do get the first out at the plate. On the strikeout of Andre, second time he's gone down strikes tonight. That'll bring up Mike Barbaty, who's grounded out to third and flown out to right. The line on Ryan Filipowicz, 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 unearned run, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, 1 wild pitch. 72 pitches, 48 for strikes. Barbaty fouls that one away for strike one. Blue Sox looking to avenge the 7-3 loss they took at Maplewood back on June 19th. The pitch, skied into center field. This might be deep enough for Copa to tag. Ferguson makes the catch. The throw to third is not in time. And the throw gets away. The throw did not get away, and they try to tag Copa again as he strayed off the bag, but a couple of unhappy calls here for Rick DeAngelis. He's going to go out and have a word with the umpire. So the tying run 90 feet away, but now 2 out. What's the old baseball adage? Don't make the last out at third. Copa nearly did. So it's up to Shane Stand, who reached on an error in the third and popped up to first in the fifth. Blout with a full windup and the pitch. In there for strike one. 0-1. Next offering, up and away. 1-1. Infield playing back. And the pitch, inside. 2-1. Now Blout working from the stretch here. And the pitch, outside, 3-1. With Mike Burgoyne, who is not your typical number 9 hitter, on deck. Putty is going to go out and have a word with Blout. Blout got the win last night in relief in the extra inning victory over Reading. Looking for the save here tonight. Blout comes set. And the 3-1. Fired in there for strike two. 3-2. I see Copa will not be running with this pitch since he's a third. The payoff pitch, here it is. Popped up, foul ground, but out of play. Three and two, 2 out, 2-1 Blue Sox. Top of the 7th. Blout comes set. The payoff pitch again. Grounded to the left side. Through for a base hit. Well, Curley will field it, and the run scores. This game is tied on an infield single by Shane Stand. So the Blue Sox will have to bat in the bottom of the 7th. That was going to be a tough play even if Russo came up with it. On the outside corner for strike one to Mike Burgoyne, who's 0 for 2, grounded into a double play and struck out swinging. The pitch, laced into right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. On his way to third is Stand, and he will be waved around third. The throw comes in, and they will come to the plate, and the Chiefs take the lead. An RBI double for Mike Burgoyne. The Chiefs. What a rally here. In the top of the 7th, down to their final strike. So now the Blue Sox will have to play from behind in the bottom of the 7th as Tony Serino steps to the plate. Serino is 1 for 3, singled his last time up. The pitch, up and away, ball 1.
Within yourself.
At the knees, strike 1. The Blue Sox were 1 strike away from victory. And an infield single by Shane Stand plated Pete Copa. And a double to right center by Mike Burgoyne plated Stand. That's foul to the left and out of play. 1 and 2. The Chiefs had 2 hits all game going into this inning. They have 3 this inning alone. 1 and 2 the count. And the pitch inside. 2 and 2. Again, what a rally here by the Chiefs down to their final strike in the top of the 7th. The 2-2. Grounded to the left side, backhanded by Curley, fires to first. It pulls him off the bag. Coming home from second is Burgoyne. So Serino reaches first. The Chiefs catch the Blue Sox defense napping. It's 4-2. That'll bring up Mike Decato, the 7th man to bat in the inning. 0-1 the count to Decato. Decato is 0 for 3, reached on error and scored in the 4th. Runner goes, pitches a ball, throw down to second, goes into center field. On his way to third is Serino, and he is safe. All this coming after the Chiefs were down to their final strike. conference between the Blue Sox infield. 3 runs home.
That right?
Here in the 7th. 1-1 to Decatur. Another run 90 feet away. And the pitch. Outside 2-1. Breaking ball comes back over the inside corner, and that was strike 3. I apologize, I missed a strike. So the side is retired, but not before the Chiefs score 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and they leave a man at third. The Blue Sox have to play catch-up. Go to the bottom of the 7th. Blue Sox, Chiefs 4, Blue Sox 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow Local Sports Productions on the web at www.localsportsproductions.com, facebook.com/localsportsproductions, and on Twitter at LSP37. And be sure to click the subscribe button on the LSP YouTube channel. Thomas Russo to lead things off, 2, 3, and 4. Russo, Curley, and Barboza due up here in the bottom of the 7th against Tim Dunphy, the lefty, going for the save, and that's downstairs for a ball 1. Russo is 0 for 2, laid down a sacrifice in the 3rd. Sandwiched around that are 2 groundouts. He swings and misses for strike 1. This is fouled off at the plate, and it's strike 2. Blue Sox had the bases loaded last inning and could not capitalize. They've left 8 men tonight, and as such, the Chiefs have been able to claw back into this and take the lead here in the took the lead in the top of the 7th. Now 3 outs away from getting the victory. This is grounded down the right field line and foul. Dunphy winds, and now the sprinklers are on. Oh my God! Not like the championship series. Is this how the game's gonna end? This better not be how the game ends. Oh, boy. Water hazards in baseball. I don't know. Oh my God. This is just like the championship series 2 years ago, where it was a close game. It was close late in the game, and then the sprinklers came on, and obviously, a regular season game is a different set of circumstances than a postseason game. But like that was much later at night. That was like 11 or midnight, and we couldn't get a hold of the town of Melrose, and Chuck Andre and Rick DeAngelis are out there conversing, and the Blue Sox don't want to go down without a fight, but if we can't stop the sprinklers, then what are we supposed to do? After the implosion by the Blue Sox pitching and defense last inning, they want to try and fight their way back into this. Don't go, like I said, don't go down without a fight, but what are you going to do here? So, wow. This is not what I expected to happen tonight. I was about ready to call a Blue Sox victory, and then, yeah. So, I don't know, there obviously not with the sprinklers, but there was a similar scenario against Wakefield last year, where the Blue Sox were leading 3-1 in the 6th, and then the thunderstorm came through. The Merchants tied the game in the top of the 6th, and then the Blue Sox couldn't get a run in the bottom of the 6th, and then they called the game. Obviously, you can't have balls fielded into spraying water like that. So, I mean, I don't know what Chuck and the umpires and Rick are going out there to do. I don't know if you could turn it off with a button right there. I don't know. I've seen a lot of things in my broadcasting career. Wish I could say this was the first time this had happened. And my question is, what happens for the sprinklers in left field? What if they go on? And obviously we had a situation last Thursday when the Blue Sox were at the Reds, and it was a tie game going into the bottom of the ninth, and the Reds wanted a chance to win it, and they couldn't play the bottom of the ninth because of the curfew on Victory Field, where the lights had to be shut off at 10:15. So, yeah. I don't know. I had never seen an inning like the top of the 7th from a Rick DeAngelis team. It's like, that is highly uncharacteristic of a Blue Sox team. It's just stunning to see them implode like that in all aspects. So, Anthony Sullivan in line for the win. Ricky Andrews is just going to lose it if they have to end the game here, I'd imagine. Dan Graham and Matt Karras are going down the right field line to see if there's anything they can do about it. I don't know what they can do. Rick can override the lights, but I don't know if he can override the speakers, the sprinklers, rather. I mean, if we do get the game restarted, Dunphy's going to need a moment to throw some warm-up pitches. And now Rick is going over to the... There's a... Oh, boy. We could be here a while, folks. Wow. I have no idea what Mike Barbady is doing out there. Oh, boy. You know, it's one thing, 2 years ago when this happened at the ICL Championship Series, we just had an audio broadcast, and now you can actually see what the players are doing, what at least the Chiefs are doing to keep themselves amused here. So the game has been suspended, and right on cue, the battery on the camera goes out. I thought I fully charged these things before the game, but so the game's been suspended. So I don't know when we're gonna make it up, but probably the next time they play. So I guess that's gonna do it for this game. At least the so. Yep. So we're gonna have to keep these score sheets, and so when the Blue Sox play the Chiefs next is going to be. It's gonna be the game is gonna be Wednesday, July 19th at Andre, and first pitch for that game is scheduled at 8:15. I got a pen, yep, so I got to do some administration with the umpires. This is stuff Bruce usually handles, but I've been thrown to the wolves here. Yeah, I think so. All right, so it's going to be a 1-2 count with Russo at the plate and Dunphy pitching.
I got to sign that.
Bottom 7, 4-2 our score.
Just as long as both of them match. Just initial.
So, while this administration goes on, we're going to sign off for now and tell you that this has been a presentation of the Lexington Blue Sox in association with local sports production serving Greater Boston student-athletes since 2011. Copyright 2017, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of the Lexington Blue Sox or local sports productions is strictly prohibited. Coverage of Blue Sox baseball on local sports productions continues July 5th at 7:55 p.m. when the Blue Sox host the Arlington Trojans. Watch or listen live at localsportsproductions.com/live. Then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand. And be sure to follow, click the subscribe link on the LSP YouTube channel. And follow LSP on the web at facebook.com/localsportsproductions and Twitter at LSP37. So this game's been suspended in the bottom of the 7th with the Blue Sox trailing the Chiefs 4-2. My name is Sam Feely. Thanks for tuning in.